my name is Jessie of Jess Cuisine Kitchen. Welcome to this channel. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. On this channel, we are all about food and fun. We do recipes, we do food and restaurant reviews, and we also do food challenges and eating competition. That is basically food games. So if this is the kind of content you would be interested in, kindly. So I'm recording this video at the garden again because I'm liking this environment, and this video is all about the batch cooking that I have done in the village. I am in a hurry, so I'll not be able to record for you how I have packed, but I'll show you how we prepared some of the food, and also we're going to show you as we unpack and freeze and put in the fridge. If you have not watched our freezer organization video, kindly do. I'm going to link it down below, so as you watch this one, it will also be nice for you to watch the other one. Thank you, and let's get to the batch cooking. We're going to start by getting the maize from the farm. As you can see, I already got the maize, and we decided to cut the full plant because if you do in pieces, someone else can come and steal and just leave the stalks standing. So it is advisable that you just carry everything. And again, we have a cow, so whatever will be the remains, we are going to give it to the cow. So as you can see, we are removing the maize from the stalk. So what we got, guys? We are now heading to the kitchen to boil the maize. So the first step is to remove the outer layer of the maize corn cover. I don't know whether it is called what it's called in English. Comment down below if you know the name. So we remove all of them in preparation for the boiling. You just leave a small portion. The next step is, once you put the corn in the pot, you're going to use some of the coverings that you removed to cover it. Why do we do that? We do that to ensure we contain the heat, and it also allows them to cook fast. This was a hack taught to me by my mom. Comment down below with how you prepare your corn for boiling and a tip that can help it cook faster. As we went to the farm, we left the cereals boiling. As you can see, we have the green grams, they are almost ready. Then here we have black beans, otherwise called lab beans or njahe. This is the kind of fire we are using to cook. We have the main fire and we have ajikokoa, which uses firewood. So this now tells you that you get to save a lot on gas for those of us who boil normally with gas, and or even charcoal, because charcoal is a bit expensive. So when we got back from the farm, you can see my lab beans are ready. Now I need to drain them. From the village there is no drainer, so you drain straight from the pot to somewhere. Comment down below with the practice in your village. Maybe your village is more modern than my village. We also have the boiled butter beans, which are commonly known as noe in my language. This will serve us for a while. This is the backyard garden. There's Nini here. There's a cow shed around here. So yeah. So we're going to get this. This is pumpkin leaves, which we use for mashing the potatoes, maize and beans, what we call mukimo. Then we are getting some spinach. You see these potatoes, they are planted here for in case you don't have time to go to the main farm, you can get your potatoes over here. Yeah, and then of course there are cabbages which are coming up. The spring onions are also there. And basically that. And then as you can see, there's some kales, sukuma wiki. So you quickly get your meal from your backyard, almost everything. Just look at it, guys. Then on this other side, we have some sweet potatoes. I think I had shared in a previous video. Just look at it, guys. You just have everything sorted. Yeah, so around there is where we have the sweet potatoes. Comment down below with what you have planted in your backyard or even your balcony garden. You definitely cannot miss to have something that you can quickly have a quick fix for your family. You can see more sweet potatoes. Did I say arrowroots? They are sweet potatoes. They are not arrowroots. Then there is this fruit that is coming up. Yep, we have the bigger one here. I'm hoping this one very soon we are going to be getting some fruits. Look at how big it is and healthy. So we're getting some spinach in the farm. See how green. But if you can check out, the soil is still wet. It really absorbs water when it rains, no matter how small. Yeah, if it's heavy, it still retains, but this weather is awesome. At around 5:30 p.m. East Africa time, we were done with the batch cooking and picking the spinach, and everything was set and we were ready to go back to the city. Hello my good people, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a relaxing long weekend if you're a Kenyan, and wherever you are, I hope you're having a good time. So in today's video, we're going to share a major tip. I would call it a major tip because it really saves you a lot. And perhaps you're going to share more, but let's first go through the major tips that I have planned for today's video. And as you can see in front of you, there is some maize. So what is our tip? Our tip is shopping from the farm or the village market. Of course, not the village market along Limuru Road, but the market in your village. If you happen to go to your village or you happen to travel anywhere near a market in a rural area, it would be very helpful to shop there. I'm going to share mostly the things I bought, but this part of the video we're going to share how we managed to really make a saving. So you can see all this boiled maize. This boiled maize comes from my mom's farm. So apparently there is some infestation of some ants, so they have not been able to grow so well, so we are getting them prematurely. But as you can see, I have all this for free. Of course, I went with shopping, but I wouldn't consider it equivalent to, because either way, whether there was maize or not, I would still have shopped for my mom. So this is one big saving. I have not spent a shilling on the maize because obviously I got it from my mom's farm. The next thing is, most of the times when you see my basket here, it always has supermarket shopping. Well, today we don't have supermarket, we have farm produce from the village. So this is another product which I got for free. These are kales. I don't know whether they are called kales in English. They are leaves of the pumpkin leaves. Yes. So where I come from, we use this for mukimo, which is mashed potatoes with maize and beans. So I will be sharing the recipe on Jess Cuisine Kitchen, And I think there's a recipe for mukimo on this channel. I'll link it down below in case you would be interested. So I have all this for my mukimo, and recently my sister has introduced me to using these vegetables or kales for making stew. Once I have a good recipe, I'm going to share it with you, my people, so don't worry. So of course the spinach, I didn't carry much because they had already taken most of the portion, so this was the portion that was available, not much, but it will be enough for me. Yeah, so we have that. This is spinach. Then as you can see, it's all foily here. So these folks have cereals. So what did I do? I went to the market. It's actually not the main market in the village. I would call it a street market because it's by the roadside. So I will also show you the things I bought from the roadside market around my area. But around there's a shop where I bought cereals. What I have here is we have black beans. We bought them at 250 Kenya shillings. That's about $2.5 approximately, considering the current exchange rate. $2.5, and that is for 2 kgs. For me, I think that's a good saving. I'm always shopping for cereals in the supermarket because mostly I will not get time to go to the market, and it's an easier option, and I'm sure I have saved. At this point, we are going to unpack and organize the item for storing in the fridge or the freezer. You can check out our fridge organization and freezer organization in our previous videos. I'm going to put the links down below. I'm also going to put the link to the vegetable storage video down below in case you missed. So I'm done preparing the spinach for storage. You will note that I have sliced the stalks and separated a piece of the stalks because that was so dirty. But then I'm storing my vegetables when they are not cleaned so that they don't get wet. If I store them when they are cleaned and they get soggy, then they don't last as long. That is why I'm using this system of storing without cleaning. So the next part will be to cover at the top and ensure there's no room for air. And it is advisable you use airtight containers. Ensure there is no air in between, then they will serve you. Actually, spinach lasts longer. Spinach can last for long, so just store them up. Yeah. The maize, as I had indicated, you will see the birds were ready at it. So we are going to cut off that part. So I'm going to first remove the peeling. So how do you store your maize? So if you look at this maize, it's quite a lot. And what I'm going to do is a portion will be for boiled maize, locally known as mitungo, and a portion I'm going to use it to make my githeri. I'll show you. The next thing I'm going to prepare will be beans and black beans. Yeah, so I'm going to use them for githeri, which is maize and the beans. And yeah, so basically that's it. So how do you make your githeri? Ideally, I prefer githeri that is cooked well mixed, but when I want to make a variety, I always split. I boil them differently. Sometimes to save power, or rather energy, I can put the black beans because they take longer to cook, and then I put the normal beans in a plastic bag, and then I put it inside the pot, so they will both cook at the same time. That is, if you don't have a pressure cooker, that is a hack for saving power. But if you have a pressure cooker, it takes less time, so you can always use the pressure cooker to do the job. Yeah, like I said, this is a major way of saving. I have not spent a shilling, despite them not looking all glamorous. At least they're good enough for cooking, and the animals are not allowing the maize to thrive in the farm, so we have to cook them like this. Yeah. The next part is we are going to now package the cereals into the freezer. So they are in foils because I cooked them at my mom's house, and I must say it was not even easy to get them into these foil papers because they were heavy. So the next time you think of cooking somewhere else and transporting, remember to carry your containers. I had thought I would carry my containers, but since I left in a hurry, I forgot. So let's now start allocating them as per how we're going to cook them. So for lentils, I'm going to cook this to put here. So we have one lot. We have the second lot here. You will notice that all my containers are clear, because it saves you a lot of agony trying to figure out which cereal you want to cook on a different day. You have to take them, open the lid, and then you decide which one you're cooking on a particular day. So to save yourself the trouble, just ensure that all your jars are clear. You see now, you see on the side, you will see which cereals they are. Yeah, that's a hack I use. And of course, as you batch cook, oopsie, I thought this is the lid. As you batch cook, you have to be very conscious about your fridge space, so that you don't cook and now you don't have, and then you end up not having space for your cereals and all your food stuff. And this applies especially to the freezer. Inside, sometimes the freezer is smaller, so just be cautious and have it in mind. So this is black beans. So we're going to put them here. Yeah, so I think with the current hard economic times, one of the hacks you can use is becoming a vegetarian. If 2 kgs of black beans and 2 kgs of beans is 250, and it can serve you for quite some time, why not? Why not try it? You can decide maybe you'll have meat once a week. instead of having meat every day if times are really hard. Just an idea, if meat is within your budget, or there are some people who must eat meat, then you can always enjoy your meat. So the next thing we have beans. I don't know what these beans are called in English. If you know, kindly comment down below. I have never eaten these beans before when they are dried, but I have eaten them when they are not dried. Where I come from, we call them noe. What are they called in English or in your language? Comment down below. One thing I noted about these beans, they don't swell. You know, we are used to the normal beans. Okay, these are not abnormal. I would say we are used to these other beans that when you cook, they really swell, and you can use, they end up being a lot. I don't know if that's logic of swelling and becoming a lot, but they end up being a lot. This one did not. Because we cooked almost the same portion as we did for the black beans, and it was less. Yeah, but I want to try them. I'll give you feedback. You see, these are the black beans. You see, it will be easy for you to tell. And these are the beans, and these are beans, and these are black beans. Like I said, I cooked the same quantity for black beans and the other beans. And the black beans were more because I have these two containers, and I also have some here which I'm going to use for today's dinner, and also for almost a kilo of lentils. You see, I have 2 packs. Yeah, so I don't know why those ones have a lesser quantity. I don't have a big vegetable and fruit space, so this is how I store my tomatoes. I just stock them up here and cover and put in the normal fridge. So basically, here are my items. So here is my batch shopping and packing. So you will see we have spinach. Like I said, for all my organization and stock up, fridge stock, freezer stock up, I use clear containers because it makes your work very easy when you're picking out. So this, you will see, it's spinach. Then we have the pumpkin leaves. This I'm going to try fry. And then we have the tomatoes. This is how we stock them. So whenever you're just picking something, you'll know whatever it is. This is black beans, this is lentils, this is black beans. These are the beans that I said I'm going to try. Yeah, so, and of course our maize is here. It's not covered because, like I indicated earlier, we're going to peel some to make some githeri from it. So we will mix either black beans or the other beans with the maize and make some githeri. But like I always prefer githeri which is mixed, as in they're boiled together. I find it sweeter. But whenever I'm doing batch, I always find myself doing this, because when you have beans by themselves, you can use it for stew or you can use it for githeri. So it makes your work easier. I think that's it for the batch cooking. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. See you on our next one. Bye.